And ladies and gentlemen, we decided to ask a few questions to the Trump administration and the Republic Media Network, understanding that the US administration is caught in a bind, wanted to seek some specifics from the Trump administration. And we asked the Trump administration whether White House Trade Advisor Peter Navarro, who has been speaking very badly, very loosely, and very rudely, saying that if India needs to be a strategic partner of the US, it needs to behave like one if it wants to be treated as one. And he accused India of cozying up to Russia and China. Ladies and gentlemen, we asked the Trump government, the embassy, to clarify if this was the official position of the United States. Following which, we got a reply in which we were told that the US engages in frank dialogue and went on to say that India's import of Russian oil undermines American efforts to counter Russia. And the America cautions countries around the world, including India, against taking actions that could finance Russia's war in Ukraine. At that point, we decided to push a little bit more with the Trump administration because we believe they are hypocritical and they are doing exactly the same thing they're accusing others of. And we asked 4 questions. The first question was whether they import uranium from Russia. They said refer to the US Trade Department. We asked them whether America's imports from Russia have grown 23% on the back of their imports of uranium and palladium. Again, they said talk to someone else. We then asked whether this would amount to violating their own rules and principles while asking others to avoid trade with Russia. And we asked further whether America plans to stall the import of uranium and palladium from Russia. On all of these queries, ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of them, we were told simply, we refer you to the US Trade Department for specifics on trade. The fact is, the Trump administration has been caught on the wrong foot. It does a lot of business with Russia. It is really wooing Russia. In fact, President Trump is like a loyal lieutenant to Vladimir Putin, doing exactly what Putin tells him to do. This entire effort he did in Washington recently was on Putin's behest. He looks and behaves like a junior partner of Russia and keeps referring to Russia as a big and powerful country. And on the other hand says that all countries and all economies should stop doing any business with Russia. It makes no sense. To the Trump government, which has answered some questions of ours and has avoided others, when you get a query from the most influential network in the world's largest democracy, answer specifically. If you want to dodge, we'll tell the whole world that you're dodging. As of now, the USA is dodging really badly, looking very clumsy in the process.